Good afternoon, His Holiness. My name is Rohit Kumar. So my question is regarding the state of secular ethics in today's time, where the world is possibly edging towards a clash of religions.
그래서 No, I don't think. I think generally, if you knows each other, different religion, and meeting with genuine practitioner, then you develop understanding about the value or teaching of other tradition. Then naturally, you see, you develop some sort of admiration or respect. Now the problem is, you see, the people not seriously, not sincerely follow their own religion. So religion carries just a name. So then the all negative emotion still remain very raw. Now, since that person not seriously follow their own religion, including Islam. Islam, you see, genuine Islam practitioner must also extend our love towards entire the creation of Allah. And the real meaning of jihad is combat your own internal emotion, positive emotion, destructive emotion. That's the real meaning of jihad. Not sort of killing or harming other. So any religion, see, the main practice is practice of love, forgiveness, tolerance, these things. And no religious sort of tradition say their sort of the God is full of anger. Nobody said that. Their God is full of love, full of compassion, infinite love. Whether Christianity or Islam or Judaism and so on. Nowadays, although you see some conflict in the name of religion, I think 1,000 years that's there. In this country also sometimes that problem. And even Tibet also, within Buddhist also, sometimes you see fighting with different color of head. So red head sect, yellow head sect, black head sect. So these just use the name of religion, not seriously practice, not seriously follow. So that's, I think, weakness of human being. And then on top of that, the political power or economy interest. That also, you see, there's a main sort of, I think, cause, main factor. And then use religion. And then religious people also, you see, not not sort of intelligence or intelligent, just a faith. And then some people, some individual can manipulate easily. So religious people should know the whole system and the main sort of teaching and implement seriously. Then I think this conflict in the name of religion can reduce. Then the first step, now here, for example, Muslim, Indian Muslim, obviously Shia and Sunni, no conflict. And Muslim, Hindu, in Caribbean, Christian. You see, I think millions of Christian, millions of Hindus, millions of Muslims live together. So I think this country is Muslim because from their birth, the young child, they already know there are different religions there. And then, as far as I know, Malaysian Muslim also is more open-minded because there are a large number of Chinese businessmen, women, most of them Buddhist. And then also large number of Indians, these are Hindu. So therefore, the Malaysian Muslim, they already know there are different religions. Then Indonesia also. Firstly, I think Indonesia's case, firstly, in ancient time, Buddhism much sort of flourished in some of the island of Indonesia. So some Buddhist temple like Kasajauti, Borobudur there. So you see, that makes differences. Then the Arab Muslim know that kind of contact, isolated. On top of that, I think some politicians, some leaders, I think manipulate. And also, I think, some extent, I think Western attitude. The Muslim world, listen, they have some kind of fear. The Western technology, Western civilization may sort of harm their sort of faith. And in fact, I think some, books, right? Some books, you see, they mentioned there is some kind of clash, Western civilization and the Muslim world. Such sort of thinking, I think, very dangerous. You see, Muslim also, you see, the Western civilization means democracy, rule of law, and more material development, modernization. Eventually, Arab world also need that. So Saudi Arabia, I think, some kind of kingdom. Now gradually some changing. In the past, Saudi Arabian female, I think much sort of low position. Now these are gradually changing. So therefore, I think democracy is future of the world. Rule of law, democracy means kings or religious leaders, now some kind of ruling by religious leaders or kings. That I think outdated. So therefore, I think no genuine clash, Muslim and Western civilization. Because of Muslim country, some of these Muslim countries, their social system, a little bit because of the old thinking. So therefore, Muslims themselves now changing. Education is key factor. I think Western nation must provide facility for education, health, instead of helping weapons. Not that way. Helping education. I have opportunity visit Jordan a few occasions. In Jordan, Amman, you see, some occasion I met some student. So because of they already have modern education. So when I met them, they are sort of dressed like a Muslim, and particularly those girls, like that. So when I met some Muslim lady, I also see jokingly do this. But then when we discuss, the sort of similar, very similar to an ordinary sort of modern school sort of the children. No problem. So that, therefore, education makes differences. In Iraq, Syria, I think in this area, I think modern education not fully developed. And the different nations, Western nations also exploit their oil. It's not genuine sort of helping education field is like that. So that's my view. So few Muslim individuals, you see, carry some violent action. You should not describe them as a Muslim terrorist. These are terrorists, not Muslim. Muslim, as soon as one person who belongs to Muslim community creates bloodshed, and then that person no longer genuine Muslim. That's Muslim friends say that. So, for example, in Burma, you see, a few years ago, I think a few years ago, when the Burmese Buddhists harming Burmese Muslim. So then Time magazine, they cover one Buddhist monk, Burmese Buddhist monk, and describe Buddhist terrorist. So if people used to consider Buddhism also some connection with terrorist, then suppose I am one of the leading person of Buddhism, so I should be terrorist. And these monks, these Buddhists should consider terrorist. So there are cases, some person who belongs to Buddhist community but acting terrorist. That's separate. Person who belongs to Buddhist community acting terrorist, no longer genuine Buddhist. Similarly, any person who belongs to Muslim community acting terrorist, no longer genuine Islam, Muslim. Okay. I often now telling that in America or in Europe. So when the reports say Muslim, Buddhist terrorist, I also feel a little uncomfortable. So then millions of, I think around billion Muslim, in their eyes, because here, Muslim terrorist, I think they feel uncomfortable. One thing, I think recent event, quite clear, that after the September 11th tragic situation, tragedy in New York and Washington, then American response, eventually, you see the war with Iraq. I think these are really mistake. Actually, the 12th September that year, just next day, I wrote a letter to President Bush because I know him very well. I respect him. So I wrote a letter while I express my condolence. Then I express, I hope this problem must, could be dealt with in non-violent way. So if that happened, I think today's this kind of Muslim world, a lot of negative feeling towards the West, I don't think happen. So therefore, you see all these Buddhist concept, patitya samuppada, everything interconnected, interdependent. So some person, because of the mistake, that effect, that vibration, you see, reach there. And from there, another vibration come. And then eventually, some good thing or bad things will happen. So we can't blame independently or absolutely. Okay.